This is one of my biggest pet peeves in lawn care. Where do you put your 150 foot hose? Do you lay it in flower garden off the yard so it kills all your flowers? Do you hang it on the fence, let it look like trash? Or you just put it in the garage and let it take up space? But all of that is a thing of the past because Gardena was nice enough to send me one of their hose reels. Let's go check it out. All right, so there is the Gardena hose reel mounted on the side of my house. It mounts super easy. It's only 3 holes you have to drill. 2 on the top, 1 at the bottom. It's an 8mm hole. And with the provided hardware, they're gonna give you a sleeve that goes in there and those 3 screws. And you just put those in with a 10mm bolt and boom, you're good to go. So my original plan was to mount it here on the corner of the fence. But that mount is actually wider than the post, so I couldn't do that. So this was the next best place that I had to put it. So I did have to get a small hose extension because the hose connection on the bottom of that is a little over 4 feet long, and just because where I had to put it, I got an extension. But it just goes right to the hose bib, quick connect. Both ends of the hose reel itself have quick disconnect. So you have one here and then one on the hose connection, and then it just slides down on, there's 2 round plastic pins that just slide down into the bracket itself, and you secure that with this screw. So this thing's not going anywhere until you take that out, and if you want to store it for the winter or whatever you want to do, you can just take that screw out and it comes right out. One cool thing that I didn't realize till after I had this thing for like a week is that it holds your accessories right on it. No more searching for them, no more remembering where you put them down, you just put them right there. So this nozzle is the one that comes with it. This is your standard nozzle, and it's just a twist type. So all the way out is a cone, halfway in is a jet, and then all the way closed is closed off. And it's again just a quick disconnect on that. But what they also sent me, which is really cool, so this one's really cool, they also sent me this. It's aluminum, I believe it's aluminum, along with ABS plastic, and you have a pressure regulator right on the back of it, which is really cool. And then you have all your adjustments up here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different adjustments on that. It's really nice. It's got a locking trigger on it, so if you're doing something that's going to take you a while, you just lock it. Again, a quick disconnect. Very, very nice accessory. So I'm not going to remember all of the features on it, but I will put them up on the screen over here. The biggest thing that I was worried about with hose reels in general was if I pulled the hose way out and I'm working out here, I'm doing whatever I'm doing, you know, they lock, right? So there, it's not going anywhere. It's just going to sit there. But when you're done, you just give it a real small tug and then it retracts itself. This is what I was worried about. I was worried about that thing just taking off and smashing into the housing. Well, with the Gardena, it has what they call a roll control system in it, which regulates the speed, how that thing comes back. And it's a big spring that's in here, and it just keeps it at a certain speed so it doesn't come back and smash into, here and break this, because this is what moves back and forth on a worm gear to make sure that this all lays in here flat and it doesn't bundle up on one side. So I was really worried about that, but that's obviously not an issue. You can also spin this thing 180 degrees, whichever way you need to go, and it just hangs out. So these things are made in Italy. They're made with really high quality plastic. I mean, I've dropped a bunch of stuff on it. I dropped it itself accidentally, but all these little marks, they just wipe right off. Like, it's not cheap plastic. It doesn't feel brittle. You can move it a little bit so you don't have to worry about it getting hot and then cold and cracking. And I really like this. This is for the American version, they told me, this blue. I really like this color. But everything's stainless bolts, stainless screws. None of this stuff is gonna rust. This thing's gonna last me forever. And I don't have to worry about finding the spot to put my garden hose over there anymore. This thing is awesome. Now, like I said, they did send this to me for free, so I am a little bit biased, but I've never used a hose reel before. So if this is the experience that you get with all hose reels, which I highly doubt that it is, I like it. I mean, it's not a cheap Walmart garbage hose. It's made in Germany, right? It's straight out of Germany. And I don't know about you, but I prefer German products when it comes to stuff, because they just make good stuff. Yeah, I like American stuff too, but Germany does a pretty damn good job. But that's the Gardena hose reel. I like it. It's proven useful already. I use it every day. There's a link in the description. Go check it out. Go grab one. Thanks, guys.